Hey guys, Bunch here. I've been asked a lot, how do you make levels so fast? How can I build levels like you? Well, like many other creators, I have a sort of formula that I follow in the building process. This way, I always know which aspect of a level to work on and won't waste time just thinking what to do next. I think this method is pretty efficient. I have a rated level built in under 2 days. The main idea is that I build the gameplay first and then decorate the level part by part. I don't like to move on to another part if I haven't finished the part I'm working on. Also, there was a period of time when I released the level every 2 weeks, so trust me, it works. Let's get started. The first thing I always do is make the gameplay of a level. Pick out a nice song and go off. Structuring isn't needed yet. Default blocks and spikes work just fine. When making gameplay, be sure to think about how it would be decorated. Gameplay that is easy to decorate is very linear. The screen doesn't shift up and down much. I like to set up my colors before decorating. I usually pick 1 or 2 colors and make all the other colors copy them, but with adjusted brightness or saturation. For design levels, this is usually the background color. For modern levels, these base colors are the background color and a few detail colors. This part of the building process can include pulses and color changes. Background pulses tend to work for me since almost everything in the level copied the background color. These can be implemented even without making the designs first, so I like to add pulses before making designs. Block designs are the most time-consuming and tedious part of building. I've split this section into 3 parts. For a block design, first put the outlines. This is where structuring is decided. Then add the base blocks. These are the primary blocks inside a structure. I like to have these non-blending. Next, add details. These help fill up empty space in the structures. Don't just pick random details and spam them throughout the structure. I like to make some sort of pattern. Connectors work well as details. Details also include glow and 3D if you want. Adding glow makes designs look less bland. I always make block designs one at a time, so I can copy and paste entire structures around whenever it's fitting. Also, if you noticed, I put the entire structure on another editor layer together, but still have the components on their own layers. Organization is very important. This is pretty straightforward. After the block design, I put gears to fill in empty space that isn't covered by structures. I use 2 or 3 different sized gears for variety. They don't have to have a complex design. Sometimes the rotation needs to be changed to fit the other decorations better. If I do this, I make the gears alter in rotation direction, since in my opinion, they look better this way. These are just copy and pasting throughout the part. Ground spikes are really annoying to design when the game mode boundaries shift a lot. I usually take some default ground spikes, make them a suitable color, and add glow to them. If more detail is needed, then adding some stuff that juts out from the ground works well. When the player can see the bottom of plain ground spikes, be sure to fix that. Having a custom background is essential in almost every level nowadays. Custom backgrounds fill up space that Air Deco leaves empty. There are a lot of ways to make a custom background, but the easiest are pillars or other objects that move slowly. Sometimes I also tie movements in the custom background to the music. Inexperienced creators often make Air Deco super messy. This is why I like making Air Deco after the custom background. This way, I'll judge more easily how much Air Deco I need. Arrows are always a good choice of Air Deco, as well as other pulsing objects. Some rotating objects in the Gears tab are good choices too. I always add glow to Air Deco. It makes them stand out more. After all of that, the decorations may look finished. However, in most cases, something might seem off in the level. This is where polishing comes in, adding or adjusting subtle aspects of the designs to improve the aesthetic of the level. If necessary, effects like the generic moving glow lasers could be added. Personally, I really like adding these scaled glow at the top and bottom of the screen. They have subtle changes in hues too. They can make a level look significantly less empty. The final step in a part is always the movements for me. I've found that if I do movements before I place air deco, it's hard to judge the placements. I have a very efficient method of adding movements. First, assign groups to all the structures that need to be moved and move them where they need to be before they move. Usually, I only move structures one block up or down. Then, add move triggers. I like to use bounce out at 2 seconds easing, exponential out and elastic out at 3 seconds easing, and sometimes sign out and back out at 1.5 seconds easing. It's not a bad idea to use the same easing for all structures in one part. Whatever the easing is, place them at the beginning of the structure that they move. Make sure to move them out of the way of the designs though. Finally, move all the triggers to the left, so they get activated right before the player sees the structure that they move. This will be 12 to 15 blocks to the left. If you want to move anything other than the structures, that's fine too, but they're unnecessary in most cases using the formula. And as you can see, that's all there is to it. That's how I make levels really quickly. Of course, you might have to send your level to moderators to get a rate, but once you get a lot of rates, that won't really be necessary anymore. I hope you enjoyed this video and try the formula out sometime. Thanks for watching.